Going Over Our Breads, the internet's best Fred Olin Ray podcast. As always, I am Michael M.L. Kennedy, and across from me is everybody froze except for me, or maybe I froze. Oh no!
We're
All
back.
right, I see people again. We're going.
Yeah?
Yeah, my
Okay.
connection is
No,
it
I'm
was
making fun
unstable
of
for a
you for
minute. I don't
saying
know.
Michael M.L. Kennedy, and then
You
you
should.
were.
And yeah, you made fun of me, and then I froze. I hope you're happy.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Anyway, I'm
happy about
Kennedy, and with me as always is.
Meredith.
All right, and we have a special guest. Who's our special guest? Say your name, special guest.
Hi, my name is Jesse Mack. I do a bunch of stuff.
All right, Jesse with the
Yeah, you
stuff.
may know Jesse Mack from his stuff, like his zines, like These Are All Inadequate, or from the ending of a couple of Botchamanias seen
It's
around the
true.
world, or from his insane, 12-hour long Christmas playlist on Spotify.
I think it's over 24 hours at this point. I've been building that thing for over 20 years. So,
Wait, what's the name of this
Jesus.
playlist?
JMaqXmas, JMac Xmas.
Awesome. All right, I'm gonna
It's
subscribe.
yeah, it's like 23 years of what do you call it? Of mixtapes that I made for families and stuff. Lots of weird music.
Oh my gosh,
All
it's
right, and I'm turning off my
33
video for a
hours.
while, so it's not.
Okay.
Yeah, you're lagging, Michael.
I'm gonna go yell at Jen to see if she's using internet or something like that. And
Yeah, I mean, we can pause for a while. I mean, this is gonna be
no,
crazy if if there's a
no,
delay the whole
this is the
time.
smoothest episode we've ever done. Anyway, Meredith, what movie did we watch?
We watched Eyewitness, a 2015 thriller written and directed by Fred Olin Ray.
Yeah, it's also known as, I think, River Raft Nightmare was what it was released as on the
Really?
Lifetime Network. Could you tell this was a Lifetime movie?
You know what? I don't have Lifetime, so this was just a movie to me.
But Lifetime is television for women, and you're a woman, so you should
Well,
get it for
it's not
free.
free, so
Thanks a lot, capitalism. You don't give us Lifetime for free.
yeah.
All right, well, how does this thing start?
Okay, so we open on a woman being chased by a man. He catches her at a river, and then we go to flashback to 7 hours earlier.
Yeah, so okay, yeah. So we have establishing footage. We do the chase where she does the like uppercut to the crotch like she's China in WWE or F at
Yep.
the time, I guess. And then she's getting strangled, and then we cut to the 7 hours earlier and we show pretty much the same establishing shots again.
Yes.
It's just excitement already, guys.
It's all about the river. Lots of shots of the river, which are different rivers and creeks and
Yeah.
streams.
Yeah, but it's going to be our whitewater rafting movie. We're setting things up. So our main woman here, the woman that's getting choked out immediately, is Sharon,
Sharon,
and
yes.
she's played by Bridget Brana, who you may recognize as Wesley's girlfriend during the second season of Angel. She was also on that show Army Wives, and she was also, I believe, on one of those Marvel shows nobody watched called The Runaways, based on like a pretty popular comic.
Okay.
I can immediately see two reasons why Fred Olin Ray liked her for this performance, and they're out there and they get a little wet. And anyway,
There's okay, so there are different kinds of bras, guys, for different
what?
kinds of activities. And for going
Mhm.
out in nature for a hike or whitewater rafting, you might want to wear a sports bra that keeps everything a little bit like cinched up and tighter. The actress, however, was wearing just kind of like a normal everyday walking around bra, but doing some vigorous activities such as running for her life. And that must have been painful.
What a first impression.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
went
I
into
wouldn't want
this
to do
like knowing that it was a Lifetime movie and then immediately saw the Fred Olin Ray in it when like the jiggliest run I've ever seen happened and then immediately like they fell into the river and it was essentially just like a wet t-shirt contest and mud wrestling combined as far as the overall feel of it. It's like okay,
For women.
that's right. Television for women.
Now, Meredith, do you have strong feelings on the whole like 7 hours earlier? Because I think I agree
that.
with Morty in that episode of Rick and Morty where I'm just like, just start the story at the beginning. You don't need this bullshit. Like when we see that scene later in the movie, shot
Hmm.
for shot,
Yeah.
it's not recontextualized at all. We just know who the people are at
Yes.
that point.
One thing that really bothered me is that the angle of the sun doesn't change.
What, the
So
entire
we're,
movie?
yeah, so it's like 7 hours earlier. The sun is at high noon.
I wasn't able to confirm it though, but it does seem like the guy that's chasing her his facial hair seems to change from scene to scene. Like
Oh,
it's like
really?
various levels of thickness.
I was not looking.
Maybe it was just a trick of the light or something like that. But sometimes he looks a lot more clean shaven than others. He's got like kind of like a 2-day beard.
Are you
Although
suggesting they spent more than one day filming this?
I
7
believe
hours to be exact.
on average, it's a Fred Olin race, so it's probably a 5 to 12 day shoot. That guy is Tim Abell, who we've seen before. He plays Cole.
He doesn't have a beard trimmer set to like a specific length that he could
No,
just like.
he does what he wants. Like when you get Tim Abell for your movie, star of Sniper Special Ops and one of the 500 people in Hatfields or in McCoy's, like
Mhm.
you just let him do what he wants, you
I
know?
guess. I
It's like
guess.
getting Jim Carrey in '94. You just let him go
He
hog
just-
wild. Anyway, how does the movie start officially now that we've gotten the nonsense
Yeah.
7 hours later?
So, 7 hours earlier, Sharon is driving with her teenage daughter Cassie to go rafting. We learn that dad has recently left them and they are bickering as mothers with teenage daughters are wont to do. They stop for snacks at a general store, and both the mom and the daughter get to flirt with a couple of locals. There's like an older local that flirts with the mom, and there's a younger local that flirts with the daughter. Do you want to pause? Do we want to learn about the daughter and the boys?
Oh, sure, sure. So the daughter is Cassie. That's an actor named Leah Bateman.
Oh, of the
See,
Bateman family?
no.
Oh,
She's not known for a lot of things, but this same year she did make the seminal classic Fire Twister with Casper Van Dien.
wow.
So, big star. I was mostly distracted by the fact that she's on a day trip for whitewater rafting and she's spending a lot of time looking at cereal, like just in case she wants to have a bowl of cereal while she's on the Class 1 rapids. And then she was flirting with Daniel Bucco,
Hmm.
who plays, oh gosh, which one is he?
He's
He's
like that
Jimmy.
the werewolf guy in
It is Jimmy,
Twilight.
yeah.
We've seen him about 10 times earlier before.
In
Did you recognize
Twilight?
him at this point?
No.
No, he's not in Twilight. No.
He looks like the werewolf guy.
I mean, he's got generic handsome white boy face. Like, not even
That's
that
it.
handsome though. But yeah, we saw him. He was in Sniper Special Ops. He was in The Christmas Gift. He was in Christmas Wedding Date. The last time we really saw, he was like one of the main guys in the Jersey Shore Shark Attack.
Okay.
And
All right.
he's just kind of there. Does the mom talk to Frank then? I don't know.
No, they share a look.
Oh,
Or
they just
there's
share
like
a look.
maybe
Okay.
a word or something. It's, he holds the door and maybe she says thank you. It's nothing. This like it's a nothing burger,
Yeah.
but they share a look that Cassie, takes notice of. So then Cassie's ribbing her mom of like, go get that guy. And isn't that guy so old, just like you, mom? Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, got her.
Yeah.
Got her ass.
Yeah. Stay down, mom. Too good, too long. Yeah, so Frank is Ivan Sergey,
Mhm.
who was on one of those like syndication shows, John Woo's Once Upon a Thief. He was the main guy in that.
Okay.
It's one of those things where, you're flipping through the TV stations and you're like, what the fuck is that? I'm not going to watch that. It's no She Spies. He was also, so we had a girlfriend from Angel, and now we have a husband from Charmed. He was Rose McGowan's husband on Charmed.
Oh, that's why I know him.
Yeah, he was also on Crossing Jordan, and I think he was the male lead in Santa Baby, that like
Sure.
Jenny McCarthy Christmas movie series that's on, Family Channel or whatever
Mhm.
they're calling Freeform or whatever that is now.
We're in
The
the
stars are out today, is what we're saying.
That
Huge
is right.
stars in this movie.
And they're all in this general store. Cassie runs to the bathroom to take a call from a boy that we never hear from again in the movie.
Oh yeah, I
Frustrated
forgot
me
about.
so much.
It's like, oh
Like,
yeah,
that
no,
guy
I'll
is
talk
such a
to.
jerk, and there's no reason for him to even be in this movie, as far as I can
Mhm.
tell. But what about this
Yeah,
party next week? You got to make sure
Yeah.
to go to this party next week.
Yeah. And
yeah.
Cassie was like supposed to ask her mom to go to the party. She never gets to it.
No,
Yeah.
The party was meaningless. There was no reason for the call.
we had to establish that Cassie has a phone.
Okay.
Because, like, what kind of kid would have a phone? You need a whole scene for that.
And then she's doing something furtive, but it turns out she's just checking her blood sugar with like a little so it's 2015, so I guess the glucose thing is a little antiquated, but she's like grabbing some blood not from a fingertip but from like the crook of her arm.
You don't check your blood from there.
But she
Usually,
does it consistently throughout the movie
I,
at
I,
random times.
well, that's because movies don't understand how diabetes works.
They couldn't cast an actor with diabetes?
No.
Who doesn't know somebody with diabetes? It's fucking common.
Well, also, like, she has a rich, overprotective mother. It's 2015. She would have a CGM.
Are they rich? They had to sell the vacation home.
Yeah, no, they're still
Divorce
rich.
impacts the finances, as several Wall Street Journal articles have
They're
mentioned this week.
they're experts in whitewater rafting. They have money. Like,
Not to jump too far ahead, but she did get to throw out the money doesn't mean everything line. So
Yes.
she's
yeah.
rich.
Yeah, only somebody with money would say that.
Yep.
That's it.
I guess that's why she has to check her blood sugar constantly because she's not getting accurate readings because she's like, maybe, I don't know, is she getting any blood? From like
Yeah, she's just sticking it in the crook of her arm. Like,
Yeah.
she's
Your skin
but
is
yeah,
really thick there, not like at your fingertips.
she's just putting the whole monitor up against her arm. It's not like she's like,
Yeah, that's
doing a
right.
thing and then squeezing it and getting a
Uh-huh.
drop of blood on a test strip and then putting it in there, which is
Right,
how that would work.
exactly.
But
Yeah.
anyway,
Good
yeah, no.
times. Good times.
As someone who's had diabetes since the 90s, I can tell you, diabetes in this movie, not pretty accurate, not very accurate. I'm gonna go ahead
You're
and
an
say.
OG diabetes.
OG. I was taking R and NPH, okay? Come on now. Old school diabetic heads know what I'm talking about.
I'm sure they do. I've got like a thingamajig to test my blood sugar because I'm at risk now, Jesse. I've like had health things because we're in our 40s, and so
Mhm.
now I'm at risk for like developing it, and it's such a fucking pain in the ass with all the accoutrement that you have to do, and then you have to like jab yourself and like draw blood, and I'm just like, oh, what
Well,
the hell?
I will tell you though, like with the monitors like that, you can drop the blood on this test strip and get a reading in like 5 to 10 seconds now.
Yeah.
That
When did it used to
it,
take?
it used to take like 60 to 90 seconds, like which felt
Oh,
like a
nightmare.
fucking eternity. You're just
Yeah.
waiting. Yeah.
You're probably like hungry. You want to eat something at the time.
Yeah, and I got to measure how much NP or how much R insulin to inject into my
Right.
side. Yeah.
Oh man. And then you were a kid doing all that. It's so dumb.
I mean, I was like
Anyway.
16. That's not even a kid, so
But I mean, like for
that's old enough to die in war. Okay.
that is true. We honor our heroes of sacrifice. Okay, so this boy who is off to war, I guess. We never hear from him again. He went to that war party. So now everybody leaves the shop. It's the middle of the day. And the shopkeeper is this woman who, I mean, I think I will deliver a worse performance than this shopkeeper, but it was pretty bad. Anyway, she closes the shop and then looks out the window after them suspiciously. And that also doesn't mean anything.
Well, okay, so we do find out later that she is the wife of Jesse, who is a character.
Oh,
But
she
yeah,
is. Okay, I thought I
yeah,
got
Yeah.
confused. Okay, we'll
yeah.
get there.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Like it lifts right out of the movie like most
Yeah.
of this movie. So
Okay. But we never see her again either. So
no.
is she anybody of note?
No, she's basically I think she was one of the ones with like 3 credits.
Yeah.
I think her name was Jerry,
Okay.
and she's in this movie in like 2 shorts.
Nice.
It's Nancy Joe Baker, I believe is who that one was. I can't remember.
Sharon and Cassie get up to go rafting, and you need a raft, which is like this inflatable yellow rubber thing.
Yeah.
And then there's this company who is monitoring them. So they pick up the raft, and there's an attendant, and he makes a big deal about like taking her car keys, and they're going to drive the car to the end of the route. And
Yeah.
then so that they don't have to take a shuttle bus back. And this is a change in procedure. Okay, so there's a change in procedure. They know about it. The company knows about it. That's important later.
That's one of the few things that's important. Have you ever gone whitewater rafting?
Oh God, no. What?
Yeah, no, I've been before, but we were on like a much bigger
Oh,
raft where
wealthy person over here
well
going whitewater
basically
rafting.
they shove 12 people onto it and
Uh-huh.
like one of the guys goes with you and yells at you at what to do.
I mean, what is there to do?
I mean, you have to you have to paddle and avoid things. Yeah, it's important.
Okay,
It's
so then
dangerous.
why, like, what? You can't like the people in the raft can't see that they have to paddle and like avoid things. Somebody has to
Yeah,
direct.
you need
Jesse,
somebody
have
in
you been
charge.
whitewater rafting?
Oh God, no.
All right, so you and I are
No.
in the same
That's I
boat
am
figuratively.
I am also not of the like
The upper
golfing,
class, like ML
skiing
Kennedy here.
class. Yeah. Like, I do understand though, like it is a coordinated effort. No one person's going to make it move the way you need to, so you do need somebody kind of
Yeah.
directing traffic, as it were.
All right.
So
Well-
that does make sense to me.
Meredith, have you ever rented a kayak from Clark Park?
No. What?
Who's got that $15 to rent a kayak and go down the Chicago River?
Why would I want that? Looks super boring.
What?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Why would you like be stuck on a kayak when you could walk along the river and then if the spirit takes you, make a left turn and go to a pastry shop or a coffee shop. If you're on the kayak, you're stuck on the kayak.
You're just sitting in the canoe, sticking out of there like a big hairy clit.
But it just is not appealing because like I know where the river goes already, like, and I can get there on foot.
You have a nice float trip. You see some turtles. The L train passes over your head. It's very nice.
I could do all of that on foot. There's plenty of places on land where the L goes over your head. State and Lake, for example.
Beautiful nature of State and Lake.
And then you can get
doors open on the left at State and Lake.
You could get a sandwich or a coffee, or like go see Drunk Shakespeare. It's all on that intersection.
I saw Drunk Shakespeare the day that the world shut down.
Oh wow!
We were all sitting at Drunk Shakespeare, like the crowd was barely there, and then everybody was looking at their phone because like, holy shit, Tom Hanks has COVID. The NBA is suspending play. Or is this? Oh yeah. So anyway, let's get back to the movie. We're all over the place.
Okay, so they gotta keep up with the other rafters, and so there's like a half-hearted attempt throughout the movie to show other people on rafts. But there's nobody else.
We're not paying actors for that shit though.
And then so Cassie checks her sugar a couple more times. It's fine.
You don't have to check your sugar all the time like that. If she wanted to do that, she would have a CGM.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
She's not eating food and she hasn't taken any insulin. Her sugar's probably going to be fine. It's not going to move that much.
And wouldn't you be able to tell if your blood sugar is wonky because you would start to feel bad?
Yeah, start to feel a little drunk. You eat a cookie, you're fine.
And yet, this teenage girl is like, let me like take my monitor and hit my elbow with it.
Yes.
The movie does bear out though that she does go downhill very quickly.
Yes.
So maybe she does need to check it every 5 minutes just to make sure.
I guess. Maybe being diabetic is brand new to her.
Well, okay, but here's the thing. So we're getting ahead of it too.
Yeah.
Your blood sugar is not going to go down unless you have taken a bunch of insulin or you've done a bunch of crazy exercise.
Well, rafting, sitting in a raft and like paddling half-heartedly is exercise.
Yeah. And like she ran away from she's gonna run away from killers soon for like 2 minutes. So like at most her blood sugar went down about 40 points. So she's fine.
What's like a bad number of blood sugar points to go down?
Okay, well, I don't know what her blood sugar started at, but like
let's maybe say 100 points.
If she's 100 and she's down to 60, she's gonna feel maybe a little drunk. And that's about it. Like
so like a normal teenage girl experience.
Yeah, but as someone who has had blood sugar between 20 and 1200, I can tell you she's not like 1 day worth of low or high blood sugar is not going to hurt you. And like I have bust tables with blood sugar of 20. Okay, like it's fine.
Jeez. Ouch.
I'm also tougher than most people in terms of that stuff.
I mean, you're pretty tough. So it's like 1200 hallucination land.
Yeah, that's hallucination land right there.
Okay.
That's
all right. Okay,
maybe the boss hallucinations, if I've never told that before. So
Jesse, have you heard Michael's hallucination stories?
No, this is new to me.
Yeah, so okay. So when I was like 15 years old, I was thirsty all the time. I started dropping weight like crazy. And then everyone thought, well, you have the flu, so you drink a bunch of juice and Gatorade.
Right.
And then I just got worse and worse. And I started having crazy hallucinations where even though I was in bed, I was pretty much living inside an episode of Who's the Boss because I dream in sitcoms. My aunt said she visited me and I kept on like saying that I was worried that Tony had a flat tire on his car and I had to warn him.
That's amazing.
But yeah, so I slipped into a coma and, waking up with a catheter is never fun.
Not at all.
But delusions and hallucinations, I recommend it.
I mean, it should be. It sounds fun. Who's the Boss was a very fun show.
Angela was the boss.
I want to bring us back into the movie by mentioning the fanny pack that has her insulin stuff in it.
Uh-huh.
But
Yes,
for
please.
some reason, she will not put on like a fanny pack. She just has to have it next to her, even though her mom continually is telling her to put her pack on. And she's like, "Mom, I'm fine." And it derails their whole life. So,
Okay, yeah, I would like to say, first off, she's yelling at her to put her fanny pack on while they're still in the car driving, which is the time you don't need to put your fanny pack on. It's
right.
probably uncomfortable. But then she checks her blood sugar in the raft and she decides to set the fanny pack on the edge of the raft on top of the paddle.
Yeah.
And then they're shocked when it flies out of the boat as soon as they hit a bump.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. And so many of these things, okay, this is one of the many things in this movie that happens so the movie can happen.
But we gotta also meet a new character. His name is Ted Monty. He is a sheriff's deputy.
Ted
Oh, yes, yes.
Monty! Hero of the podcast, Ted Evan Monty, my number one watched on Letterboxd Wrapped last year. He shows up in all of our movies and he plays a cop like 50% of the time. Like,
It's got a good like sheriff type face.
oh yeah. And Ted Monty, best actor in the movie again?
Sure, why not?
Let's say, yeah, I think so.
All right, so he is putting a pattern of crimes together. He suspects that 3 escaped convicts from a nearby prison are in the area. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
There's also a massive wildfire in the woods nearby. Uh-oh.
The way they
So
presented it, I thought they set the fire as a distraction, but nope, just
No,
it's
this
just
is a fire.
there.
unrelated.
This
Just
fire's
happens
nothing.
to also be a fire.
It's danger.
Yeah.
So Ted Monty recruits the sheriff, whose name
Oh,
is Decker.
this
Yeah.
is one of our many scenes. This is at least the third time where we've met the town sheriff at a diner when he's trying to eat breakfast.
Oh yeah, sheriff's getting interrupted in breakfast. That's a trope.
Yeah, and every scene in this movie is full of wonderful dialogue where somebody will say to another character, "Hey, isn't your daughter still working at the youth camp in Buck County?"
Hmm.
Like all the exposition you
Yeah.
need in one little package. This diner is weird. It's got gold records on the wall for some reason. And our sheriff is Sheriff Decker. He's played by Perry King, who we've seen before in Hatfields and McCoys. But he was also the star of one of the big 80s hour-long action shows. So you know how there's the 80s action show where they have a helicopter? No, not the A-Team. No, not Airwolf, but Riptide. Riptide
Oh,
was
what?
like,
Yeah.
yeah,
I
no,
do not know
Riptide.
this.
It may have only ran like 2 or 3 years, but it was like
Okay.
2 Vietnam vets decide to start a private investigation company
Yeah.
with a computer hacker.
Okay.
And for some reason, they also have a helicopter. I don't know how that helps you be a private investigator, but I remember loving this show actually, I kind of liked this show as a kid, but every time I was like, oh, this is an Airwolf. I like Airwolf better. Although the helicopter had like one of the mouths drawn on it, I believe, on this one. I'm going back to fuzzy memories of the 80s, though. So,
All right.
Yeah.
Well, you lived in the sitcoms in the 80s, so
yeah, yeah. So,
yeah, I trust it. That's all I'm
yeah.
saying. I trust it. All right. Decker's daughter, her name is Gail. She's
Gail.
in some sort of health trouble because she got burned by the fire by being a hero and saving kids.
Yep.
Frickin' Gale.
Yeah, exactly. We don't need this part of the story at all, but we get to meet
Nope.
Gail.
Yeah, we meet Gail in the hospital, and Gail's like, oh, yeah, now it's your turn, lazy cop, to go save some people, which he doesn't do.
Correct?
Neither the sheriff nor Gail matter in this movie at all.
No.
It's just Fred Olen Ray wanted a guest star. Perry King was as good as he could get, so he wrote a part that could be filmed in one day and taken out of the movie if nobody said yes.
That's perfect. That is exactly what happened. Yes.
Uh,
Back to the water.
back to the
Yes.
water. So yeah, now the bag is in the water.
Yes. And they got to go search for the bag because no bag, no insulin, no snacks. And that would be a very bad time for Cassie because they're out in the middle of nowhere. in
Yeah,
the
so they
woods.
both yeah, so she jumps out of the raft and starts swimming to try to find the bag, and then
Mhm.
mom pulls it to shore and like yanks it, and she's like, "Well, I'll call it and call your bag and see if it rings." And naturally, it's just sitting on the shore right there.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
Cassie looks at the phone and is like, "Oh, but I'm not getting any bars. Your phone just rang, bitch. What are you talking about?" So she
Did it
starts
ring though? I didn't think it rang, but maybe it did, because otherwise, how did they just find it immediately?
I think they just saw it on the shore, and that was
That's
a
the way I
pretty
took
nice
it.
miracle. And instead of just like appreciating the moment, they
She's
have
like,
to,
but wait, I need to be able to make calls.
yes, to that
Why?
boy,
You were going to sit
perhaps.
in a boat.
Right.
So she has
Yeah,
to
maybe
wander.
the only reason that boy needs to exist is so that she can be beholden to him and further the movie. Because otherwise, like, she was the one worried about falling behind and
Mhm.
not keeping up with the other rafters. And then
Yes.
immediately when they find the bag, she's like, nope, I gotta walk away.
Yeah, I've got to
What the hell?
wander around until I see bars, even though I wasn't going to make a phone call on the raft anyway.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Yep.
So
And
frustrating.
So she's
and that
gone.
leads us
She's
to
in
the
the
plot.
woods. Yes, exactly. All right. So at first she's like, oh, let me run up this hill, see if I can get more service, get more bars up there. And after a while of wandering, she comes across the guys from before, Frank and Jimmy, and an old guy. This is Jesse. And you're saying
Yeah.
Jesse is the shopkeeper's husband.
Right.
Yeah, we find
Got
out
it.
later that they
Okay.
all robbed a bank or an armored car together.
Like an armored car. Yeah. Jimmy was
Yeah.
like the driver of the armored car. And so he was like the inside man and blah, blah, blah. And they all went to prison. And Jesse
Yeah.
hid the money and
Now,
also became manager of a general store.
Now, at this point, I would like to reveal to you, if you haven't already realized it, our armored car robbers here
Mhm.
are named Frank and Jesse, James, and Cole. So Frank and Jesse James,
Hmm.
and Cole, the other part of the James Younger gang. So, like,
I guess that was an Easter egg that went right over my head.
yeah. So Fred Olin Ray also made a Frank and Jesse James movie in the style of the Hatfields and McCoys movie. So it was just on the brain, and these names were filler, and he never replaced them.
That's amazing.
So,
All right, we got to be aware of the Franks and the Jessies and the Jameses.
okay, yeah. So anyway, they're attacking Jesse,
Okay.
who ends up falling off of a cliff to his death.
Yes.
But they see that Cassie is watching, and even though they're already on the run from prison, they're like, "Well, we can't have a witness to this." So they chase her, and eventually they pretty easily get her.
Yeah, they get her. Well, because now she's starting to have low energy, right? She's been running around.
Yeah.
She's under stress because she saw the one guy fall to his death, maybe.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
stress doesn't really lower the blood sugar, but we'll ignore that.
I don't know. When I'm under stress, I have to take more of my meds, so now I think it's a thing.
Okay, so here's a point of contention too. They keep Cassie alive because they see that Jesse whispered something to her before
Which
he
I
died.
thought was a lie because Frank was going to shoot Cassie, and then Jimmy, who's like flirting with Cassie, was like, no, no, no.
Yeah, I thought that was a bluff from Jimmy as well.
Yeah.
I thought that was a bluff too, but then
Okay,
that
so
turns
we're
out to
all
be
on the same
something
page.
that actually happened. Did they just change their mind?
I think they must have changed their minds. Yeah.
Because I thought it would be interesting if she didn't actually know and they had to fake it.
Right.
But again, like the sheriff's daughter rescuing children, if it's interesting, it can't be in the movie. I have to go back too because Cassie realizes they're bad guys because as soon as Jesse is dead, these guys who have a gun and are threatening her, they take Jesse's watch, I think, and they take it out his wallet. And if you look at his wallet, he's got his fucking Blockbuster video card.
I did see that, yeah.
And I'm like,
so good.
Dude, you don't have a local Blockbuster anymore. It's 2015. They're pretty much all closed in 2014. So unless you live in Oregon,
they're gonna sell it on eBay.
Maybe he goes to that one in Bend, Oregon, and
he's a man of a certain age, keeping everything in his wallet.
I do feel that. I don't know if you've ever seen my wallet. It's roughly the size. It's at least 0.8 Costanza. So
yeah, I've got a Metro card in mine. I'm not, like, they don't use Metro cards anymore in New York, so
Really?
it's completely useless.
Just
but
tap your phone.
Yeah, you tap your phone
now.
Yeah, just like getting on the red line here.
But I choose to use my card so the CTA in Chicago, you can use your credit card, you can use your phone, you can use a dedicated card.
Yeah, just use your phone.
Why would I use my phone?
That way you don't have to carry a card.
Oh, I'm going to take my phone out every time I'm in a transit situation so somebody can run up and grab my phone from me? No.
Nobody wants your goddamn phone.
I don't know that. There's always some 13-year-old who thinks that they can get a quick and easy grab and just no. And now I'm old and frail. I've got gray hair, man. I'm a target.
Yeah, you're not old and frail. You're on steroids. You're gonna get swole.
I'm not that kind of steroids.
There's only one kind of steroids.
I don't have to run to Mexico to get like steroids on the black market, so it's a different kind of steroid.
Whoa. Are you allowed to take those male hormones in this Trump administration?
I should be on female hormones pretty soon. I'm getting towards that age.
You don't actually need to take the
Yeah,
female
but it's
hormones.
but with the menopause.
I mean, it's not womanopause, so think about that. Patriarchy.
Jesse, what do you think about the patriarchy?
Not a fan. Not a fan.
Bold words from Jesse Mack.
Down with men.
Yeah, you should be able to take whatever hormones you want and that are good for your health, man.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, like insulin. Okay, all right. Where are we? What?
Okay,
So
so mom
Cassie's
has
got
to.
a secret.
Then mom meets up with somebody who's claiming to be Jesse at the midpoint to like check up on her.
Right.
But it's secretly
right.
Cole, and we already know he's a bad guy because we watched the beginning of the movie.
Exactly. He's got
But
a bandana around his head, which is an evil guy thing
Yeah.
to do.
But she's able to suss it out pretty quickly because he's like, "Oh, you got to make that shuttle," because
Right.
he knows the way that these River Raft company was run, in
Before
previous
he
years.
went to jail for the money heist.
It's
Yeah.
funny because like I got to that moment and I thought they stole her car and that this was the actual guy. So got kind of completely mixed up.
Yeah.
I thought they were lying at the point where they sent him off, where it's just like, oh yeah, you got to give us your keys. Like we got rid of the shuttle.
Mm.
But no, this makes more sense. I
There's-
also
I can see how
completely
you
forgot
would
that
do
he
that,
was in
yeah.
the beginning of the movie, so
Yeah.
that would have helped if I had object permanence, but I don't.
I mean, this guy looks like Axl Rose to me, so
But just because he's wearing a bandana.
yes.
I was getting an older Billy Ray Cyrus vibe.
Nice.
A little bit. It's
Yeah.
There's just too much plot getting in the way of the story here, and there's not any story in this movie other than we saw the River Wild once on cable, and well, let's do that. And then Fred Ray was like, I saw Panic Room too. Diabetic daughter, we'll throw it in there.
Yeah.
That was the girl from Twilight.
She's the girl from Zathura. Thank you very much.
Oh yeah, the Zathura. Yeah.
Yeah.
She was
That's-
really good in that MK Ultra movie.
Oh, you like that?
I like the
movie
hyper-violence
Mhm.
movies.
written by good man.
Charlie Brown.
No. Max Landis wrote your American Ultra movie.
Really?
Good man,
Didn't he do
Max
like Back to the
Landis.
Future?
No,
Am I getting
no.
confused? I'm
No.
confused.
You're thinking of his father,
think-
John Landis, who
Okay.
made like Blues Brothers and American Werewolf.
Yes.
But
Okay.
Back
got
to the Future was Robert Zemeckis.
it. All right. All the syllables. So those syllables live in the same brain cell over here in the back of my head.
Oh,
Okay, got it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
yeah, it's one of those names with syllables. I got you.
Yeah, it's got an S in there, maybe. Okay, all right. So the groups meet up. So fake Jesse, who is Cole and Sharon, they're yelling Cassie, and Cole is leading them to Cassie, Jimmy, and Frank. They're all together, and now the subterfuge is up. We all know who's the good guys, who's the bad guys, and kind of like what's what. Sharon has to inform the three men that Cassie is ill, even though Cassie clearly has, instead of pink lipstick, nude lipstick,
Yeah.
showing that she is ill right now.
She has instant diabetic shock where she is just in a complete like flat coma state.
Yes.
Like she's catatonic for
Is
some
this
reason.
accurate, Michael?
No.
Oh, okay.
Again, like I've never passed out from low blood sugar. You get sweaty and weak and tired. Like
Okay, so she could
I
be
mean-
kind of sweaty and weak and tired. She's just
yeah,
not
and
doing
I mean,
anything.
and
Okay.
like it affects different people differently, but
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
she is basically zombified instantly. So
yeah.
She
Okay.
is not reacting to her mother's life being threatened. Like that is
Correct.
pretty extreme diabetic shock.
We have a brief interlude with Ted Monty talking to Decker on the phone. Nothing new there. There's just the wildfires out of control.
Yeah.
Back to
Yeah.
Cole.
yeah, so they're threatening the mom in front of the catatonic daughter and saying
Mhm.
things like, "We're gonna open her up like a Christmas package." You know how people talk.
Yes. All right, so Sharon gets out of that. She's like, she's in shock. You idiots, can't you see? Like, we need her pack, which has her snacks and her insulin and blah, blah, blah. Have you men never heard of diabetes? So Cole runs back to the raft. He's the only guy who like knows where that raft is. Has no problem finding any of it. So I don't like, did we
Oh.
need to follow him the whole way?
But
I
he's
don't think
really
so.
angry about it though.
Yeah, he's yelling the whole time. He's like,
And he's like throwing stuff out of the raft, like, huh. And I'm just like, It's just take the bag. What are you doing?
I know. Like, Jesse, do you understand why men
Kind
do
of.
this? Why a man would yell alone in the woods while searching and
No.
finding something easily?
Maybe it was under the near infinite number of oars he took out of the raft. Just felt like he was tossing stuff for much longer than he needed to.
Yes, and like
Uh,
that's nice. Spawning oars.
Look,
yeah.
we got to make this 85-minute runtime somehow. And what's more interesting than watching a middle-aged man throw an oar? Actually, it's a paddle, not an oar, because it's not attached to the
Ah,
Wait,
yeah.
what? What?
I
There's a
guess
difference? Wait.
yeah, oars are attached to the side of like a rowboat,
Okay.
and paddles can be like for a canoe, like a canoe would have a paddle. Like these things are paddles.
And that's the only difference?
I believe so, yeah.
Well, that's stupid.
Yeah.
I'm gonna blame it on the movie though, because they do call it an oar later
Yeah.
on.
Sure, I
So
would as well. And then all
Good.
yeah,
these rich, fancy ass rafter people would be making fun of me. And this is why I don't do things.
You're so afraid of being made fun of by rich people.
Well, isn't everybody? Okay. Wildfire is wildfiring. Frank notices and says, "Good, that'll keep the cops busy for a long time because cops fight fire."
Yeah.
All right, good
yeah.
times.
Yeah, so we do see, okay, so while they're searching, one of them goes to their truck to go see if they've got any cookies or anything in the truck, but they immediately see that their stolen truck has been found by the cops somehow.
Ted Monty.
Ted Monty. And I think both Ted Monty and Perry King are both driving a cop car from Mayberry, apparently. They have this like ancient fucking cop car that looks like it's from like 1962. I like what?
Well, it's a small
Yeah,
town relying on the tourism from the rich people going whitewater rafting on the creek.
it
Yeah.
very much gave me the vibe of we do not have access to a cop car, but we can bolt a thing onto our regular car and get by. But oh my God, yeah, that is like there's a scene later on where they show the cop car driving and it stuck out like a thumb to me. What kind of thumb? I don't remember thumbs. I don't know.
I think it's the one that aches.
Yeah,
Yes,
like an
sure.
achy thumb.
That's the one.
Oh man, I thought it
Ah,
was sour, a sour thumb. Yeah, so okay, so Cole overacting with the raft.
Yes.
Then I think that's also when Frank and Sharon are having their like, we need money because money's important. Money's not important. And then Frank's like, money changes everything. And he doesn't sing the song, money, money changes everything. And I was really thought that was a missed opportunity, but you would have had to pay. That's Cyndi Lauper, right? I think that's Cyndi Lauper.
I don't know
actually
because when
not
you
familiar with
said
that one.
money, my brain went to the Pink Floyd money, and then I couldn't catch the rest of the song.
Ah, okay. Yeah, fair enough, fair enough,
Yeah,
fair
yeah. Could you sing that one?
enough. No, I don't sing Pink Floyd. Fuck that band. But yeah, so here's where we find out Kid eats her like peanut butter cracker or whatever.
No, 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 no. This was weird. I wanted to ask you about this.
Yeah,
Sharon finds a red pill and shoves it in Cassie's mouth, and 15 minutes later, she's fine. So, what is this magic red pill?
glucose pill.
It has to be red?
I've never actually used glucose pills. Like a
Hmm.
lot of diabetics do have those, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's a sugar pill.
This is a sugar pill? Okay. I
Yeah,
thought it was
it's
like
supposed to be
something
more.
weird. I'd never seen it. Okay.
Yeah, it's like more fast acting than eating a lot of food. Although, I mean, if you're drinking juice, it's pretty much going to be the same. Like juice is fast too.
Yeah, also,
Uh,
like, you can, like, you don't have to, like, force somebody to swallow juice. Like, you just pour it in there. It's like, it seems like easier than a pill to me, but
yeah,
whatever. I don't
Yeah.
know. I've never been mother to a diabetic kid. So, all right, cool. Thank
yeah.
you for clearing
Well,
that
yeah,
up.
no trouble, no trouble. And then
Yeah.
she's like slightly better, and
Yeah.
she reveals that she actually does know
She
where
knows she
the
heard something from Jesse,
yeah, and
his
she
dying word.
and she says he said sawmill, and then it's like, wait, the old sawmill? Which sawmill? And then like the next thing you know, it's like they're weirdly specific about this. It's like, oh yes, so the money is at the old sawmill. It was decommissioned 60 years ago. And like, what, what? Stop it.
Yes. 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 You
So
know, the
that's
old sawmill, which is totally
Yeah.
safe to like go into.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
and that's the excuse they have for keeping these women alive, even though they've been like these guys are willing to murder anybody.
Exactly.
And
They need them to show them where the
they need
sawmill
to,
is.
because no one else could possibly know where the sawmill is
Right. And they have to get there on the raft.
on the raft, of course.
And the only person who knows how to like tell them to paddle and avoid things on the water is Sharon.
Exactly.
I get it now. I get it.
Okay, and then
All makes
then
sense.
then before they get back in the raft, Ed shows up in a kayak. Is that right?
Yeah, well, it was a different kind of floating vessel, yes. It
Yeah, I
was
think it
also
was.
yellow.
Yeah, he shows up in like a kayak.
All right,
Yeah.
Ed was an employee from way back in the beginning who gave them the rundown of like, we're gonna drive your car to the end of the route, and here's where the keys will be, and blah blah blah. So this is Ed, who, being a responsible employee and steward of the customers, noticed that Cassie and Sharon didn't make it. Everybody else made it, even though we never saw anybody else on the water. And so he like went back to like try and see where they were, what the deal was, because again, there's a wildfire coming.
Yeah,
Ed's a
and
good guy.
well, Ed is of course another Fredo and Ray all-star here. Scott
No.
Thomas
What?
Reynolds.
Really?
Yeah, he not only did he write Assault on VA-33, we've seen him before.
Where?
He was Ed. I think he also played Ed the Boatman in Deadly Shores. I think
Oh.
the character's name was Ed. He was in Sniper Special Ops along with half this fucking cast.
Uh-huh.
He was in The Christmas Gift. That's the Michelle Trachtenberg one.
Yeah.
And he was the photographer in the Perfect Christmas List, where one of the Sabrina the Teenage Witch moms is
Uh-huh.
like
Yeah.
horny all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Wow. Okay. Jesse, did you recognize Ed?
No,
no, because you have to
no.
watch Fred and Race to know where this guy is.
That's the thing. My Fred Olin raid knowledge is just like a couple of like kitty flicks from the mid 2000s, where I just
Are you
happen to just be
suggesting
like,
that Fredo and Roy like just makes things for salacious value?
I mean, that's what it looked like to me. I don't know. I watched a terrible movie called Terror at Bloodfart Lake on the
Oh,
What?
woof.
on the recommendation of somebody on Twitter, because like the video clips were insane. Uh, it is that insane throughout the whole thing. But then I started trying to dig into more, and I watched like Shasta McNasty, and then I think I wrote it down. Like I want to say it was Sorceress of Suburbia, but like originally sexual witchcraft, and then later on it's like, oh wait, that's a Fred Olen Ray movie. That is what I need
Yeah.
to expect here.
That's
Amazing.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, the thing is, there's a weird line because Fred Olen Ray wants to make he wants to make Die Hard, but he knows that people will only see the movies if there's boobies in them. So he'll
yep.
try to shove those in there. And then he's
Die
like,
Hard had boobies.
well, yeah, but like, yes, fair enough. Fair enough, Meredith. But then he's
I
like,
understand your point you're making.
and then he's like,
Yeah,
well, I know I could get movies made. Lifetime wants this. I'll fill out the Mad Libs and fill in the formula of this. And then Hallmark and those people want these type of Christmas movies. So I'll fill out the Mad Libs and do that there.
yeah,
But then when he makes the Passion Project, it's not really any better than when he makes the like formulaic stuff. Really.
right.
So I think out of all these movies we watched, he's best working when he's a little sarcastic about the material. Like
Got it. Yeah.
Droid Gunner is the best one to watch. I
Okay.
think wholeheartedly it's got everything you want.
I'll have to check that one out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do.
It's
Ed,
Beast
being a
Master.
good guy,
Yeah.
gets shot and killed
Yeah.
because he starts asking questions, and he noticed Cassie isn't well, and so he needs to die.
And it reveals one of the other trends of this movie is if you get shot while wearing a life vest, you don't bleed.
Well, just hidden under the vest, right?
Because you know how expensive these life vests are. We can't put blood on them. We can't ruin those. We're borrowing these. So
Does that explain like the whole thing in like a couple scenes where Frank's like, "Take off your life vest," so that they
shit.
like.
I gotta turn my video off again.
Okay. While Michael's frozen,
All
Jesse,
right.
what was your favorite part of this movie?
I think the thrilling conclusion is where it all came together for me. So
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense.
yeah.
All right. Well, let's
I,
proceed a little bit, and then it'll be funny when Michael gets back in. So we all pile onto this raft while everyone's looking to the sky for helicopters, which
Right.
I just think like if you're on a raft, maybe you want to be looking at the water.
You would think.
Easy. I don't
But
know. What would you do?
yeah. I mean, as long as there's a lady telling me what to do, I can keep looking up. That's
And
the way I feel about it.
and if what is what you're being told to do is paddle.
What else do you need?
What
Until
else
you
do
get to
you need?
those level 4 rapids,
That's right.
it's pretty smooth sailing.
It
Probably don't
is.
even need that lady, but
There were hardly any rapids in this movie. Okay, but
no,
it was like a short paddle down the river, and then Sharon's like, "It's here. This is where we need to come on shore."
right.
So it just seems like they could have hiked, I guess. I don't know, but they want to be on the river.
Right.
And
It also provides them with a getaway afterwards as well, theoretically.
yeah, that's a good
Um,
point.
I think I'm going to use this time while Michael's away to talk about the fact that I think the stunt doubles in the rafting scenes were very well done.
Oh yeah.
Like I know they were there, but I could not catch a glimpse that was strong enough where it's like, oh, that's definitely somebody in a like mom wig. It's everything looked good enough. That's impressive. I feel like
Yeah.
a lot of times that is one of the like the most fun things to find in a bad movie is the moment where it's definitely a different guy or like
Yeah.
a small man in a long wig to represent the daughter or something. But like no, they did a good job of showing things from behind most of the time, or far enough shots, or like oh the raft is moving too much so you can't really get a good beat on their eyes
Yeah.
and the
Yeah.
face. Yeah, I thought that was very well done.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't even notice. So you're totally right. Hey,
yeah,
Michael.
Sorry, my entire internet went down.
Yeah, it looked
lovely.
like. Yeah.
I don't know what the heck's going on
I
today.
mean, chaos in DC is probably to blame. All right, we discussed a little bit about getting to down the river a little bit.
They're back on the
The
land?
old
Okay, good.
sawmill.
Yeah, so have we seen, I guess it was earlier, maybe when she was first talking to Jesse, where she's got to like splash water on her face and she secretly puts a rock in a bandana.
When she knew that Cole wasn't Jesse
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
realized he was bad, she like put Chekhov's rock and a handkerchief into her pants.
Now, a filmmaker with less trust in his audience would have had her like touch her pants a couple of times to remind the audience there. But Fred Olen
Yeah.
Ray, he respects the audience too much to let
Well,
that
yeah, because we're
happen.
all still waiting for the boy Cassie called at the general store to come back into the story. We definitely remember the rock and the bandana.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah, and
Yes.
how does Gail tie into all this?
Yeah,
You
poor
got to keep
Gail.
watching.
Hmm.
Yeah.
What is it? Jimmy and Cassie stay by the raft while the rest of them head up to the sawmill. Ted Monty is still investigating. He meets Matt from the rafting company.
Oh yeah, Matt from the rafting company.
Matt's brand new. Oh, I was expecting this guy to be somebody else named Jesse. Was it the same Jesse? Was Jesse from the general store also the Jesse from the rafting company that was supposed to meet them at the end?
Jesse from the rafting company is who they killed.
Wasn't he also like the manager of the general store?
He was the husband of the guy of the woman from the general store.
Yes.
He was part of their team, but he didn't go to jail, I think. He had
Oh,
the
it's
money and was
all the
hiding the
same
money.
Jesse.
There's only one
Yeah.
Jesse. I hope there's only one Jesse, or else this movie
Oh.
is even more complicated than I thought.
Okay.
Hey,
Okay.
Jesse.
So it's this one
Yeah.
Jesse. He has like 13 jobs. One of those jobs
Yeah.
is being a criminal.
Yeah.
Yes. But
Oh,
he's better at it than the other guys. So
Yeah, he's like one of the Jamaicans on In Living Color.
why didn't he just launder the money through the general store?
that's what I'm thinking. Like, how do you go this long? I mean, maybe it hasn't been that long that they were in jail before they
Yeah.
escaped,
Yeah.
but how do you not do something with that money? Why is it still at the old sawmill?
Right.
Yeah.
That's a cash business, mostly because
Yeah.
they're in a small town.
Yeah.
Okay, now now I'm gonna go insane. Okay. There's helicopters all around. We get like a lot of it. I don't know. Is this stock footage of helicopters grabbing water from a lake and pouring it over the wildfires?
I'm gonna have to
I
assume stock footage, yeah, because like there's
yeah,
no way Fred Olen Ray paid for that.
yeah, he's not paying for a helicopter unless we're gonna actually see somebody get in the helicopter.
Okay,
You would have had another actor play a helicopter pilot too.
that's true.
There's always a non-zero chance that it is a model too in a Fred Olen Ray movie that he paid some kid to fly a helicopter remote control thing on screen. But I didn't really look into it too much there. I was like, okay, fine, helicopter, sure.
That's
Why do
great.
we even have those? Production value. That's it.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Frank is searching the sawmill. Cole ties up Sharon. Ted Monty's putting the puzzle pieces together about Jesse's missing and that like there's a raft and two customers missing and Ed's missing. Cassie and Jimmy are having a heart to heart now.
Oh yeah, she's getting into his head about like,
Yeah.
you're not a bad guy. And he's like, I'm not a bad guy. I've only been a party to 2 murders today, so yeah, I think I'm gonna be good.
Yes.
I didn't pull the trigger. I'm a good guy.
So Frank finds the money. It's in a backpack.
Yep, Jansport. I don't know if it is a Jansport, but basically,
I mean, they're
It's basically
quality.
Jansport,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Mhm.
Well, Sharon wriggles out of her restraints and runs away, which it brings us back to the beginning of the movie where Cole's chasing her and tries to drown her in the river.
Yep, it's so recontextualized. Thank goodness.
I mean, she eventually gets the upper hand with the aforementioned rock in a handkerchief.
But she is in the water multiple times where she could just grab another rock and bash him in the head with
She
it.
really could, yes.
But the flail does add a little extra force to it so she can nunchuck him in the head. So
Right.
And then she starts, like, she's hitting him in the head and she just keeps on yelling at him, "Get up!" And like smacking him some more. Like, yeah, what? Why? You don't have, he doesn't have to get up.
You just
It
need
makes
him to
it
be
worse if
down.
he gets up.
Yeah, then we're now what, Friday the 13th situation.
But yeah, so we are once again assaulted by Dem Thangs on our main actor here.
She runs back to Cassie and Jimmy, and lo and behold, Jimmy is happy to change sides. So they are about to get away, but Frank
comes and
screws it all up.
And he murders Jimmy.
Yeah.
But it's okay because he's been absolved of his sins, so now he can get into heaven when he's immediately shot.
Is that like the whole movie thing? I really don't like that trope where like a character is like, "I'm good now," and then gets murdered. Is that like satisfying in any way?
I mean, it's funny in the Suicide Squad when Polka Dot Man yells, "I'm a superhero," and then gets immediately crushed. But it's also sad. But at least, since he was wearing a life vest, Jimmy doesn't bleed when he gets shot. So
that's right. He floats away.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so now it's time to run the rapids for real because they got the money. They need Sharon to tell them how to avoid rocks in the river.
Yep.
Okay.
Cole is not as dead as Sharon thought he was. So
exactly, but he's
he
got
pops
a
back
gnarly
in with
wound.
his massive head wound. Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
And they tie Cassie to the raft to ensure Sharon's compliance and make sure that like they aren't wearing their life vests to make sure that they paddle better, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to make sure that they don't sabotage them. It's like if they sabotage the ride, they're in trouble too.
Yeah, and they're like he's got Frank safely has the gun stowed in his butt crack right in front of the women.
Yep.
Oh yeah, there's a whole little subplot too where he's like, "Where did you even get this gun?" Because the gun goes off all the time. Yeah. Just like he dropped it on the ground and it shot somebody at some point.
I think it was when he fires it, it gets stuck, so he can't fire it again.
Oh.
I think that's what was going on. I am not a gun guy, but that was the way I interpreted what was going on there.
Yeah.
He probably stole the gun. He didn't read the user manual, so I mean, he doesn't know how to shoot. Okay.
Yeah, you got to steal the manual too.
Yeah.
Right. Or like, do some practice shots. Don't just go shooting and thinking you'll figure it out on the fly.
Yeah.
I don't think this guy was a gun guy either. He just doesn't know what he's doing. Okay, so Matt from the rafting company is back because he didn't remember all the pertinent info. And then Ted Monty's gone, so he calls Decker. So he's got to call Decker. He's got more info.
We got a room full of people that don't matter so that a character we don't know can give a bunch of information to characters who don't use that information for anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And you said this runtime was 85 minutes?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay.
There's a convenient breakdown of information between the two main cops so that they can never work together and actually help.
Yeah.
They're always one step behind horrible things happening. It's a deep canyon. How are they possibly going to be able to talk to each other?
Right.
Exactly.
Okay, so meanwhile, Frank, Colt, Cassie, and Shannon navigate the rough waters of the rapids, and there's a lot of yelling. Not from Sharon. One of the guys is yelling, "Paddle, god damn it!" Like, who's not paddling? Like, what? Like, you're in a. Do you really need to be told to paddle? I don't understand what's going
on. I know you don't understand the intricacies of
whitewater rafting.
I was going to say boats in general, but
also, like, I understand boats float. I also don't understand why you wouldn't be in a body of water where you could have an engine and a little propeller on the back of that on that engine, so you don't have to paddle.
But you can't.
I think it's a whole different thrill.
It's the fun of having your contents shaken.
Cassie got into Cole's head talking about how dangerous the rapids were, so he went into a flutter, and he's like, "You got to paddle. We got to make sure nothing bad happens here." But of course, he's very bad at tying women up. So Cassie's able to get her leg free and continue the plot. So
yes, she throws the money overboard, which is pretty good. She learned that that's a bad thing from having her insulin thrown overboard before.
Right. It's going to cause people to jump out of the raft. Yeah.
Yes.
If only there was some sort of way that he could have worn that backpack so that it wasn't just
With the
sitting
straps?
loose. Yeah,
So this is the
gosh.
second time something was tossed into the water from the raft that could have just been worn on the body.
Yes.
It's got us like all these things have straps on them for
Oh
a
my
reason,
God.
people.
Yes.
But
Wear the straps.
it's so the movie could happen.
Yeah.
Cole and Frank are tossed overboard shortly thereafter. Cassie cuts herself loose. Oh yeah, Cassie's got like their big knife. Their like big
Yeah,
Bowie
Cassie
knife that
ended
they
up with a
have.
knife somehow.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so when they were fighting, Cole threw the knives into the river and to beat up the mom. And then the
Hmm.
mom, after she beat the shit out of Cole, grabbed the
Hmm.
knife. And then Frank was like, grabbed the knife from her and was like, Cole, I believe this is yours, and hands him back the knife. I don't remember how Cassie got the knife. She grabbed it at some point because I know she cut the rope instead of just wiggling out like her mom did.
Yeah.
But
So
then
it's
she
like hot
uses it
potato with the
to
knife.
Yeah.
stab Cole to death.
Yeah, because Cole's like he's in the water, he pops out of the water, and she's like, "Nope, stab, stab." So they get away. But then, like later on down the river, Cassie and Sharon are tossed out of the raft as well.
Well, that's their problem. They should have
Yeah.
used the knife to pop the back of the raft to make it go faster. Everyone
Yes.
knows that's how rafts work.
Oh,
That
yeah.
they being able to swim find the road and they start walking, which they should have done the whole time. Walking is superior to rivering.
Yeah, it turns out when they were thrown out of the raft, they were basically at the end of the run anyway,
Yeah.
because they
Yeah.
were right
Yeah.
there.
Lucky for
They
them.
were right there. Yeah. So they find Ted Monty on the road.
And
Yeah.
they were like, man, we've got so much to tell you, Ted Monty. And Ted Monty's like, okay. And then Ted Monty starts acting really suspicious, like he's part of the
Oh
James
yeah.
gang here. But he isn't because he's immediately shot.
So he's on the ground. Then Sharon gets shot in the upper kind of chest clavicle area.
I
So
thought
she's
she
on
was
the
going to be
ground.
shot to death, and I laughed
Yeah.
hysterically. I thought that would have been the best thing.
Pretty much everybody gets shot in the same place, like right above the heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Shot in that spot in the chest where you're basically okay.
Cassie is in the back of Ted Monty's squad car because, the adults were going to figure it out. But Frank he's like approaches, he shot Ted and he's shooting Sharon. Now he's going to shoot Cassie. But Sharon
How
has
many
a
bullets are in
gun,
that gun?
endless
And it
amounts.
can fire after being in the water too. So good. Actually, it's not a bad gun.
Sharon gets a gun. I guess she grabs Ted Monty's gun. Anyway, so she shoots Frank's ankle because she's still on the ground. She shoots him from under the car, which
Yeah.
takes Frank out. So she's able to double tap him in the head.
Yeah, well, they both like draw guns at each other, and she
Yeah.
hesitates for a moment, and then she shoots him from underneath the car when they're both lying underneath the car, and he like log rolls like five
Oh my God.
times. It's like you got hit with a handgun. What are you doing? It was
Yeah.
Inertia,
hilarious.
Like
man.
3
And
full rolls. Yeah.
and I thought, oh well, Cassie is in the back of the police car, so she's not going to be able to get out, and pretty
Hmm.
much everyone else around here is dying, so
Hmm.
she's going to go into like have some sort of diabetic emergency, be trapped in the back of a police car, and we'll have a miserable ending where everyone's dead. But instead, the sheriff pops up out of nowhere, and
He says, I
he's
guess
like,
you were right all along.
and it's like, oh, Ted Monty, you're still alive too? Okay. And then they pull out, and the movie's over.
Uh-huh. The end. Good
It's just
times.
like, okay, we're done.
I was very frustrated by that last shot because
Yes.
there are 2 bodies, and I'm assuming it's probably well, it's Frank definitely, but it's probably Cole that they got out of the river.
Hmm.
But when I first watched it, I read it as like it either has to be the deputy or the mom, and they never clarified, and it frustrated me so much because like if the deputy died, that's like horrible. If the mom died, it's even worse. Like how do you not tie this thing up in a more like the amount of trauma that these 2 women went through, and then
Yes.
to just kind of be like, well, we're not going to
It's fine.
visit back on this. We're not going to like
Yeah.
wrap it up. It's just, I'm sure they're fine.
It's
Unless the
fine.
one died. We're not sure. So,
Cassie, you witnessed multiple people die today and then killed a man yourself with a knife. How are you feeling? You're gonna go to that party, right?
Yeah, she's going to go to the party. She's going to have a really good story to tell.
She's gonna buy some more
Yeah.
marshmallow cereal that she shouldn't
Yeah.
eat as a diabetic.
When she goes to college, people are going to be like, what's your body count? And then she'll like misinterpret it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I've only killed one, but I've watched
Yeah.
several other people be killed.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the sequel. Cassie Goes to College.
Yeah.
Eyewitness 2. College.
Oh man, I did. Okay, so I did miss. Jesse was played by Bob Bragg, who is mostly spent most of his career as a stuntman, but we've seen him a
Mhm.
couple of times too. But he is Thug in Droid Gunner, which I was just talking about,
Wow.
and he was Cop in Star Hunter, which we watched last year. So he's always like these small parts, like he must just be a friend or somebody
Mhm,
who
mhm.
hangs out. And I've got a bunch of characters that I printed out from the movie and who played them, but I don't know who any of these people are since we essentially just have the characters in the raft and like a couple
Yeah,
of rafty guys.
yeah.
So like Brett was a character in this movie. I have no idea who that is.
Maybe that was the boy she called from the
Maybe
bathroom
it
Could
in the
was
have been,
the
yeah.
store.
yeah, because like that guy's got a nothing career too, but he did play a character in the Goldbergs 4 times over 8 years. So that seems like the sort of person you get to do a voice on the telephone, right?
Yeah.
Then I've got a character named Tony, no idea who Tony is. A
Tony.
character named Joe, don't know who that is. A character we know Matt because Matt
Yes,
is
we
the
met
other
Matt.
guy,
Yeah,
and
rafter guy. Yeah.
he's in at least one other Fred Olen Ray movie because he's in Christmas in Palm Springs.
Okay, okay.
We have Gail Decker. Was that?
Yeah,
Gail was the
Gail's the
daughter.
daughter in the
Yeah,
hospital.
the one who was a hero
Oh,
and got too close to the fire.
Yeah.
okay, okay. Yeah, so she played Luke and Laura's daughter for like a year or two on General
Ooh.
Hospital. Lulu Spencer. Yeah, we've got Hank, we've got Betty, we've got a character named Susie. Does anybody remember Susie?
Maybe
Yeah.
was there a
She,
woman at the diner? Maybe a
Oh, yeah,
waitress?
there was a
there
waitress at the
there was a
diner.
woman
She
at the
said something.
diner, and there was a woman on the phone who talked to the
Oh, that
sheriff and that too.
the one at the headset, yeah.
But I mean, I
Yeah.
wrote down Susie because, all right, I don't know who she is in the movie. I don't know what she looks like, but I do own one movie with her called Flight of the Living Dead, which is
Ooh.
just an entire movie that got made because of a pun. And then she's in another
Absolutely.
movie that's called The Flight Before Christmas. So if you have a pun flight name movie, you get Kristen Kerr to be in it.
I mean, she's
Noted.
got expertise.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she is also in that knockoff Thor movie where Richard Grieco plays Loki. It's one
Oh
of these
God.
like red box things to trick your grandma. And it's like, oh look, we're renting Thor, the almighty Thor. And it's a bunch of people who look like porn actors with a sub Xena and Hercules budget doing a movie.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Oh man, those original Hercules movies. Oh, I remember that.
that's how it all should look. Like that's what a slightly better version of that appears in the new
Yeah.
Deathstalker. And I was like, yeah, this is what I want out of a movie
Yeah.
like this.
Those shows, Hercules and Xena gave us Joxer the Mighty though, so that's a good thing that came out of that.
I feel like every director should have a brother he puts in things that is kind of that
I mean, every
because
time I see either one of those brothers, I'm like, hey, it's Joxer the Mighty because I can't tell them apart.
yeah, Ted Raimi and Sean Gunn, they're
Mhm.
the same person, right? Like
Pretty much.
it's
Yes.
it's
Yeah.
people will know them from non their brothers shows, but also that's what their job is.
Yeah.
All right, well, it's time for you to make Jesse rate the movie.
Yes, Jesse, we rate the movies
Oh no.
out of 10
Out of
on
10.
four
There's different
metrics.
categories, don't worry. You
Yeah.
don't have
Okay,
to
okay.
give it an overall
Yeah,
score.
yeah. So I'll give you the metric and you just give me a number out of
All right.
10. All
Oh,
right.
I will try.
All right. Sense making. Did this movie make any sense on a scale up to 10?
Can I explain my
Of
number?
Absolutely.
course, yeah,
Please
yeah,
do.
yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Show your
Because
work.
I feel like did it hold together narratively? Yes. Did the choices that they made to make the plot happen make any sense? No. So I'd say like a 6 maybe.
All right. Kennedy.
Yeah, I feel like I'm the same way there. I'm gonna give it a 5 though
Okay.
because yeah, every choice was made so the movie could happen, and they could have spent like 3 minutes learning about diabetes or given her any other disease. Like she could have had epilepsy
Could have.
uh, for all
Yeah.
of that, but yeah, it was not great, not great.
She could have even just been in shock from having witnessed a murder.
Yeah,
Yeah, some
But
people
I guess
do.
that's less like the mom would know what's going on.
Right, right,
yeah.
right.
Still,
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Next metric. Quality slash production value. How would you rate this?
Okay. Uh, I'm gonna have to go like an even 5. Like it looked like a TV movie, looked like a Lifetime movie.
Mm-hmm.
I was discussing with you while Michael was away that like the double work was surprisingly good, where I barely could tell that it wasn't all 4 of those actors in the raft when they were river rafting. It did what it had to do. Very, very baseline, but did what it had to do.
Amazing.
Yeah, I'm gonna go six because yeah, everything was like in focus. Things looked like a movie. It looked like they were actually rafting. Uh, and because time doesn't pass over the course of 7 hours, we were at high noon all the time and were able to see every shot in the movie, which, nowadays you got to appreciate.
The dialogue was also clear.
Yeah, you could hear the dialogue and see
Yeah.
what was happening on screen. So yeah, I might even think
Crazy.
higher than six on reevaluation, but I'm gonna go six.
I have watched bad enough movies that these are all giant wins.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, have you ever
I watch
watched?
Deandra Brown movies for fun.
Have you
Yeah.
seen what is it, Black Mamba?
Diamond Cobra versus the White Fox.
No, there is okay. We'll worry about that
Okay.
one later. We'll worry about that one later.
Yeah.
All right, next metric, effort.
Yeah.
Did they make an effort?
I mean, no.
Out of 10.
I'm gonna go 3 just because the competency was there, just like in the last category. But as far as like, was there any? Did they try to do anything special here? No, there was nothing special here. It was
Yeah.
very much just like we have a bullet point, a list of bullet points of things that we want the movie to have and happen, and we hit those. Successful movie.
Yeah, this is a real 4 effort here, I think.
Yeah.
It's I think Frank gives one of the worst performances we've seen in one of these movies.
It's
I
pretty
think
bad.
pretty much all of our leads, it's like they just read the script like that day, like an hour before, and I was like, okay, where's this in the movie? We don't know. Okay. Like in terms of writing, nothing quite works. It does feel very much like a first draft where you could kind of fix this, but like we don't have we immediately know who the bad guys are, and like we kind of know the stakes, and there's really not any like twists or reveals or anything that provides intrigue to the movie. If we didn't know that Jesse was not the real Jesse, we could have played with that a while. There's so much stuff you could have done in this movie,
That was about as close as they got to having something interesting happen, and they gave it away in the first scene.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
if Ted Monty were in on it, it'd be like, oh man, that would be a nice little twist at the end. It would make me think the movie was better, but it's not. It's not better. Yeah.
No. All right. Our final metric of rating this movie. Was it entertaining?
Oh. What did your wife say about the movie?
My wife said it was the most boring movie she's ever watched, but she is prone to hyperbole. And like we go to a bad movie night at our friend's house for New Year's Eve every year, and we were just forced to watch the War of the Worlds movie with Ice Cube in it. So I know she's lying. We watched a worse movie in the last year.
Amazon presents
more
War of the
boring movie.
Worlds, brought to you by Amazon.
Even worse than the clips would lead you to believe. Plus, it kept happening. I think that was one of those movies where it might have been like 70, 80 minutes, but it felt like 3 hours. It would not stop. But this movie, like my bar was pretty low, so it succeeded admirably. Like I enjoyed watching the movie. Again, it didn't really do anything special, but it took me on that river ride.
Did you see any turtles?
I did not see any turtles. This was not that kind of movie. I'm waffling between 5 and 6. I'm gonna go 5.
Okay.
This is a solid 4 for me. This movie is mostly boring just because we know like one scene happens to lead into the next scene. It's just a bunch of scenes happening, and the previous scene rarely even matters. But I will say, I kind of appreciate a more boring movie, as you know about me, because a movie can approach boring in such a level that it becomes art. And I'm talking, of course, about The Blood Waters of Dr. Z, aka Zat, which is amazingly boring. And what was my favorite movie that I've shown you in the last year, Meredith?
I don't know.
Science Crazed, where there's that 15-minute scene.
That movie is filed away in my brain as the boring hallway feet dragging movie, not Science Crazed. I don't know that movie.
15 minutes of feet in a hallway exercise class, feet in a hallway exercise class. It's the best movie of all time.
All right, Michael, you got to make a movie and then have Science Crazed on a monitor in the background for the entire, like just that 15-minute sequence, just like for your entire movie. No matter what your plot is,
Just have
That
it in the
movie
background.
has, yeah, exactly.
I don't know who owns the rights to Science Crazed. I
Who
mean,
cares?
I'm
Be independent, man. Guerrilla
not
filmmaking.
I'm not going to get sued, I don't think,
There's
but
no rules anymore.
yeah.
AI happened. Copyright's over, man.
Intellectual property is no longer property.
I mean, it's really up for debate at this point.
It's like you're giving a speech out of the movie Hackers.
Hack the planet, man.
Hack the planet.
All
These
right,
rules only
Jesse.
apply though if you're rich, because money changes everything.
Money changes
Money,
everything.
money
That's the
changes
truth.
everything.
Jesse, what was your favorite part of this movie?
I would say the like dramatic showdown at the end,
Yeah.
where Frank was being very menacing to Cassie in the cop car, and then suddenly gets shot in the leg. Like the moment where Sharon has a gun drawn on him,
Mhm.
and he's like in pain, and then he realizes like you're not gonna shoot me, and he like a little smile goes across his face, and she is like lip shaking, like so at the end of her rope, and he like starts to reach for the gun, and she just shoots him in such a way that he flip-flops over 7 times. Like beautiful, beautiful piece of work.
She shot him in the gyroscope.
Found
It's
that
the
perfect point in the center of mass where
yeah, it messed up his
he flopped
artificial
all over.
gravity and he just started
Yeah.
spinning. My favorite part was when Cyndi Lauper sang "Money Changes Everything."
Yeah, that was
That only happened in your head.
Oh, yeah, that was my favorite part. So, Jesse, where can we find you online?
Like as far as like social media presence, I am just on BlueSky now, at jmac.bluesky.social or bisky, bsky.social, but however they do the addresses there.
Yeah.
You can find a bunch of my stuff on YouTube. The channel is called TheJMaqExperience, JMac with a Q. I wrote a bunch of books that you can find on Amazon. If you just search for Jesse Mack, you'll probably never find them. But if you search for Dominic Dorito, like Dominic Toretto, but Dorito,
Oh, cute.
that will lead you to one of the books, and then you can find the other ones. It's a bunch of dumb stuff I did with public domain characters, and it was a ton of fun to write. And it is, I wrote too much book, and I'm very happy with that.
Nice. Congratulations.
And then the zine work I've done, you can find at jmaq.bigcartel.com. And the latest issue has been wrapped up. I haven't put it on the storefront yet, but by the point when this comes out, it will be available. And I recommend reading it because Michael wrote a nice little story about the two of you going to a Fred Olin Ray production set.
And then also
And
your Christmas experience on Spotify, which I looked up and then realized that Michael had sent to me via Spotify's messaging app some time ago.
Right.
So I think I just responded to you, Michael. I'm sorry. I was just clicking.
No, that's fine.
I
believe your Christmas list has been rated by my wife as Michael, please turn that off. So
I can understand that.
It's only got 7 saves right now, so maybe we can get that up to at least
12.
Yeah, the actual CDs themselves are even more insane because so much of the stuff that I've found is not on Spotify. That, and also like I cut them down, I like put songs together. It's a whole deal. But Spotify gives you a list of music that you would have not heard otherwise most of the time.
Yeah.
And there is just so much of it that you're never gonna listen to all of it. If you shuffle that thing, something interesting will happen inevitably. So
I mean, Christmas Time for My Penis is right up on there. Yep.
Yeah, that was year one.
And of course, he wrote Christmas in Space for us, our theme song.
I did, yes.
Oh, yeah. I love that one, Jesse.
Thank you. Scoop Invasion. So
Right, yes.
Yeah, I probably should have led with that. That actually has to do with what's going on here. Oh yeah, I make a bunch of music too. You can find that on all of your digital things. JMAQ. I also made 2 albums under Shark Uppercut. And I'm also in a band called the Mad Libs, which right now we have a 4-song demo from 2018 online, but the band has come together in a big way in the last year or so, and we're making a lot more stuff, and hopefully we'll have something to show for it in the near future. Fingers crossed, because I'm loving what we're doing with the band. It's kind of political punk. The libs in question who are mad are liberals and not a book that you fill in the blanks. So it's a pun.
Oh, yes.
I like
got
puns.
It took me a minute to get it, but I get it now.
Yes. The best jokes are the ones that you have to explain while everybody silently stares
No,
at
I don't
you.
get a lot of jokes. And then sometimes I'll be like, actually almost every time I edit this podcast, and then I'll catch like a joke that Michael had made during like live it just goes right over my head. And I catch it in the edit and I'm
Right,
like,
right.
oh, I should have reacted to that.
That's okay, Meredith. 9/11 was an inside joke. So,
Too soon.
The issue of my zine, These Are All Inadequate, which is a zine for bad ideas that Michael just contributed a story for, is also a flip book with a joke book called Smell Mop,
Mhm.
because I have a lot of dumb ideas, and that's one of them. And you mentioned that the show is sponsored by Spoons earlier,
Mhm.
it's
and it
true.
made me think of one of the bad jokes that I came up for that thing, and that was I'll never forget the time I tried to eat soup with the wrong utensil. It was unforgettable.
Oh.
Yeah, it's real bad.
And Smell Mop,
Oh.
I assume, is named after the knock knock joke.
Yep.
All right. Knock knock.
Yeah.
Meredith.
Who's there?
Smell Mop.
Smell my poo.
Smell my poo.
Oh, God damn it.
The best joke of all time.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
All right. Well,
it's been a
thanks for
delight.
joining us.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
What do we do? We still don't have a closing line.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for subscribing.
Oh,
Smash
yeah.
that bell. All right, I'm gonna go
Okay.
eat lunch. I will
Yeah,
talk to y'all
don't
later.
go into a diabetic shock there.
I know. My lips. I'm wearing nude lipstick.
All right, goodbye. Goodbye.
Bye.
Going Over Our Freds was created and produced by us, Michael Kennedy and Meredith Halsey.
Our theme was composed and performed by Justin Nozick. Find more music for him at Bandcamp. Search for The Plague Physicians.
Artwork by Michael Kennedy. Special thanks to everyone who helped make the season possible, including the friends and family who let us watch these movies instead of this year's Academy Award nominees. And thank you for listening.
If you'd like to hear more from us, subscribe to Going Over Our Freds on your favorite podcast app. Follow us on Twitter at Goof Podcast, and find us on Instagram at Going Over Our Freds.
This podcast is for entertainment purposes only. For questions, comments, and complaints, email us at goingoverourfreds@gmail.com.
Thanks.